Hey Sue! Greetings and salutations! How are you this morning? So good, I hope. Hi Jan! How are you? Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Someday soon we'll be able to paint together, right? Not that I don't love this. I do. I love that we can be from all over and gather here for an hour and just get artsy together, you know? I love that. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Jan, I saw in a glance this morning. I wasn't able to completely peruse, but I did see your beautiful cards that you posted. So nice. Hey, Sue. Hi, Carm. How is everyone today? Oh, golly, I hope you're good. If not, you know what? Then you'll feel good after an hour of painting, right? So, a couple of reminders. So, remember on Saturday, good morning, Laura. I had talked about Facebook had done an update. And so lots of little weird things have changed, but it's always kind of a learning curve after they do an update. And those updates are good. They're for the good. It's just we just have to little by little learn what those updates are, or how those changes affect us. So one thing that I have found is, so I did get my Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs messaging back, so that's a good thing. And also, let me know if you are getting notifications when I go live. I don't know that has, if you had already done all the steps to get notified when I go live. I don't know if that is continuing. So if it isn't, remember to hit the little bell. If you're on a computer, you need to have full screen. If you're on your phone, you just need to hit the bell periodically. You did get the notification. Yay, 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 yay. Oh, I'm so glad. So we know that is still working. So remember to, oh, thanks, Keels. Thanks. Hi, Kay. You must be new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, if you are brand new here, Kay, and you would, I would greatly appreciate it if you would follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, at Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs. And I will ask you kindly to send me your email address so that I can include you on our newsletter distribution. I will say that if you guys would please make sure that you open the emails. I will, what did I just say? Sorry, I got all distracted. Imagine that I would get distracted. If you give me your email address, then I will get you on the newsletter distribution list, and then you'll know what's kind of going on in the artsy world of Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs, which is amazing. It's amazing. We have the best community. And once you follow and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, on all those platforms, if you would ask to join our private Facebook group, Kay, we would love to have you. Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. We would love to have you. And here's the thing about this group. It is the most supportive, kind, encouraging, lovely group of friends. And they're super creative to boot. So, come on. Who could say no to that? Okay, so I have brand new artwork this morning. It is called Aunt Linda, after my Aunt Linda, who is actually not very much older than me. But, you know, in a traditional family, if someone is your aunt, we call them an aunt. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, she was always a girl who, I wrote in my description about her that as a young girl, I looked at her and saw Peggy Lipton, a cross between Peggy Lipton and Linda McCartney. I just thought she was the coolest free spirit in the whole world. And so, anyway, I just wanted to pay homage to that positive influence in my young life. Anyway, so I did 4 eggs. So I don't want you to feel like they're just for Easter. So I created a You're a Good Egg. Come on. Who's not a good? I'm sure we all have. Oh, she probably did have go-go boots, but she had like long, straight blonde hair and blue eyes, and she knew, like, she was so knowledgeable about like every flora and fauna on Sugar Island that she had never been there before until she met my uncle. But she still is. She's just so smart about a million things. And so, anywho, so we have 4 different eggs that I thought were kind of fun to paint. And I will tell you, so this one, I just thought, I do an Easter egg when we color Easter eggs every year. I do one that looks like this every year. I just take that white crayon and I make this swigglies all over it and then dye it a color every year. And then this, I have seen this trend of knitted eggs. It's kind of crazy. And so I thought, oh, that's kind of a fun, it's fun to color, because remember we did a heart on the Keeley design that was like that. And then the fragments, I love those. Those are super fun to color. And then flowers, because of course, flowers. So I printed one and cut it apart. You know how I do. And so I started to paint this one with my cut-in markers. I used neon red lilac. Isn't that funny? Because I don't think it looks neon at all. But, so don't ever be intimidated by the name of a color, right? Always look at it yourself. So I'm going to get my palette out. Remember we talked about the power of a palette. And I've got my Josie paints because these are the ones that were up here. Hey Sharon, how is Nebraska this morning? So I foiled each of these a different color. So this one, I foiled this kind of funky pink that just matched this perfectly. So that's super fun. So I've been playing with my Mink machine. So this one is, I don't remember. It's like Glass Slipper, I think. These are all from Thermal Web. This is Glass Slipper, which I thought would be kind of cool to play with the turquoise. This one is Prince Periwinkle or Princess Periwinkle or something new. Oh, Ulta New watercolors. Oh, good morning, Nance. And this one is Sparkling Silver. Shut it. Look how pretty that is. So, another thing I wanted to talk to you about is that I am working on creating a line of sentiment sheets. So this is Tessa's, and I've borrowed this. We're going on our third week now. I mean, seriously. But anyway, it's by, I should know that by heart, Pink and Main. So it's these sentiment strips. So I've been working on creating a line of sentiments that you could cut with sentiment strips. So this one I cut with one of these just to kind of see like how much bigger, how much smaller. So my idea, and that Tessa and I and Lauren and whoever else I can pick their brain, Lucinda, whoever else I can pick their brain, my idea is to do sentiments at the top and some of the hand-drawn washi strips on the sides, and then do some pieces of artwork on the bottom that can kind of support whatever that sentiment theme is. So like if it's a birthday, then there would be little pieces of art and then some sentiments. So you'll have to let me know if that sounds like something you're interested in. Okay, so I'm using the lavender. So my idea is for this one, I am just going to use this purple. I'm just adding some water to the palette, and I want to do just like a wash of color, and then I want to come in and work on some shading. And remember, I drew them big because I thought that it would be fun to have one big image on the front of a card. You know, I'm always trying to change it up for myself. I just like to challenge myself in new ways and find new ways to approach card making. And so I am, oh, thanks, Sue. Thanks. That's my new weekly goal. I mean, I have some other deadlines that I need to meet, but it's on the list. Okay, so I just gave this like a watery wash of the purple from the Josie Lewis, but you know, and I think, like I said, I think that this is, I think it was like Prince Periwinkle or Princess Periwinkle, or I don't know. Let's see. So I'm just going to dry it, but then I'm going to set it aside because I want to work on some of the other ones because I'm impatient like that. So let's set this one aside, and then this one is kind of the same deal. So it's kind of I'm trying to remember what color it was, but anyway. Oh, another cool thing. So I printed this on watercolor paper, but then I ran it through my Mink. So I'm really kind of digging the, so I'm going to pull, because it's kind of an aqua, it's not quite turquoise, I'm going to pull some turquoise from my, sorry about that, from my Josie palette. And then I really kind of, I love the idea of like tone on tone on tone, right? So I'm gonna pull a bunch of turquoise into this little palette. And seriously, this palette was from like the dollar store. And I have a whole giant stack of them from back in the day when I used to teach in-person classes. So I'm going to, Now I'm going to add a little bit of green to this to get that kind of aqua to match my, I think it needs a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue. So just know that it's so possible to create your own colors. And always mix more than you think you will need, right? So I'm doing a nice watery wash first. So I'm going to pull some of that color and then add a bunch of water to it. So I have, there we go. Oh, so pretty. It just looks like robin egg blue, doesn't it? I love it. Or maybe that's just in my mind's eye. Oh, sorry, my music is a little loud. So I'm just gonna start with my base of color on this one. And like I said, I'm just going to, I'll hit it with my heat gun too, so that we can, I can kind of see where I'm going kind of artistically, what my artistic vision is. Oh, I wanted to tell everyone, do you remember when I did Ornamentally Yours with Lindsay and a bunch of other artists in the before Christmas? We are doing it again, and I am so excited. We are doing one in the spring, so be sure to ask to join Ornamentally Yours. And the artwork is a daffodil that Lindsay drew, so you'll know it, and for the group. And also the password is daffodil. So please join. My project will be Saturday, April 15th, and it will be a spring banner with, you know, my artwork, of course. So please be sure to join over there. It's so much fun. I think we have at least 10 artists right now that are doing, and here's the thing, it is completely free. We are all just creating for the love of creating, and then we are, and then we'll teach classes featuring those projects. We each have a project, and there's some amazingly talented girls. So be sure to do that. Be sure to join Ornamentally Yours. I will get all the deets for sure. But anywho. So make sure you do that. What else is happening in the artsy world of Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs? All kinds of things. So this, I'm feeling like I'm gonna get my paints wet and start my process. I really want this rose to be, I think this is, I'm so excited about painting this because it's foiled in silver, which I think is just gonna make all of those other colors pop. So I think I'm going to wet my brush, get some of this pink and pull it into the palette. Remember, that's where you see the true color, is when you pull it into the palette, right? Because this is, it's on a white base. So I'm just going to do a watery wash of color. And that's so pretty with that silver. I don't know if you can see it, but seriously, it is really pretty. So I'm just going to do some watery washes. And then let's do this one. Let's do yellow. And then I envision these, here's a purple that I used it all up. I envision this thing a little bit purpley, kind of like a hyacinth or something. I saw some hyacinths in the store the other day. Seriously, they smelled so good. There's nothing like that smell, is there? And it just like evokes Easter for me. And it's so beautiful. It wasn't in the store. You know where it was? It was, remember I told you that Tessa and I had gone to Paper Source to get some envelopes, and the Persian New Year festival was going on in that open air mall. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. I took pictures, but seriously, you know that the pictures never do justice to what you're really seeing, do they? You know, they are always, I feel like I'm always trying to explain, like, no, it was so much brighter or more brilliant, or, you know. I'm gonna pull some of this red, add some water. So let's do this guy red. So pretty, but it's a little bit thick, so I'm gonna try and water it out a little bit. That feels really dark to me. But all right, I'll just leave it. Okay, now this daisy, I kind of dig that it's a white daisy. So what if let's see, we could concentrate on our leaves, right? So we could come in, add some water. Oh my gosh, Judy Ports, then you better get those paints out right now, sister. You better get those paints out right now. There's nothing like starting your day in a painty way, you know? I just think that for me, it's the best way to, number one, set my day. Like I try really hard to set my intention for the day and my, just kind of my vibes, you know? Oh my gosh, that collage fodder is so cool, Judy. I've seen so many cool things. So many cool things. But have you been doing painty things that you're die cutting? So, Judy, can you explain what, oh, me too, Jan, me too. I just love those lilacs. So, Judy, can you explain to people what collage fodder is? I would love to spread the good news about that. So I am pulling some of this green off. Oh, you are doing mixed media. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I'm gonna find a clean spot on this paper towel and pull some of that green up. Yep. You know what? I feel like I kind of want to do it with the red too. So I'm going to wet it. And then find another clean spot and pull some of that red. Yep. That's kind of where I want to be. But now I'm feeling like, what do you think, girls, artsy friends? I'm feeling like, what if I do a turquoise background and keep that daisy white? Shut it! I think that would be so pretty. Because Easter eggs are you know, they're all about bright colors. And any old egg, if you're sending it to somebody who's a good egg. Okay, so here's the, look at how pretty it is with that silver. Can you see, is it showing the coolness factor? I'm just loving it. So pretty. Oh, you can see it. So pretty, so pretty. Not that you have to foil it, but you know, I did buy that machine. So I told myself I need to start foiling things. Did anybody, hey Carm, did anyone happen to catch, I will post it on today's social media. Did anyone happen to catch the card that Tessa posted using the Aunt Judy art printable, the Bumblebee one? Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. So Tessa is part of my bubble, so she does come over and we create together, and I watched her color that card, and it's where you spot color one focal point, right? So she took part of that slimline design and she die cut it with the Carmen recommended 2D hexagons. And then, so she pulled that piece out and then she colored that with all the colors. And then the background, and she printed it on craft. So seriously, already cute. Number two, she, then she colored the background with like shades of gray. So it was quite muted. So oh my gosh, you guys, I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait. So I'm feeling like, yep, I want to do that turquoise background here. I'm going to pull some more of that turquoise because I want it quite watery, I think. So you want to hear something crazy, Judy? How did I do this over? It is, I use my Mink machine and foil from Thermoweb. So here's the crazy thing. I used to teach this class and I called it Wordsmith Art, and it was all about doing art in a dictionary. And it's so crazy because I've just been toying with the idea of bringing it back. That it was like art journaling in an old dictionary. Oh my gosh, we had such a blast. And it was all because I love words and I love art. And so I felt like it was the perfect combination of artsy fun. So now I'm feeling like maybe I'll bring Wordsmith Art back. I loved that class. I loved it. I kind of developed this idea and I pitched it to a company and they were all for it, but we were just kind of, I don't think they got me. I know I'm kind of out there. It's all right. Because now look at, I'm living my bliss right now. So maybe I'll just bring my book, my Wordsmith Art back in full force. And teach that class again. Online, of course. Someone asked me the other day if I was going to continue teaching online when the pandemic is over. I was like, heck yes. Heck yes. Like, for me, how cool is it that I get to make art with people from around the world? That is still crazy to me. I get to make art with people from around the world all the time. Like, I don't have to travel there. I mean, I would love to travel there. Oh my gosh. Absolutely, Jan. Absolutely. That sounds perfect. I just love old dictionaries. You know what? Some of the cool things that I love about them is continue to do. What are you asking me, Laurie? Will I continue to? Hey, Janice. Sorry. Will you also do live classes? And absolutely, absolutely. I just don't know when the in-person classes will be just yet. But I'll absolutely, I just take every opportunity to make art and spread the good word about art. That's like one of my favorite things in the world. You guys, look at that. That blue just makes that daisy pop, doesn't it? Oh, I just love it. Okay, so let's come back to, let's do this one. So I'm gonna break those fibers, right? And then I'm gonna come in with a damp brush, but some of this kind of aqua color, and I would just wanna fiddle with some of the corners, like kind of deepen those corners. Lori, are you here yet, or are you still in Canada? I mean, for me, I love that I can even once I start teaching in person again, I love to I want to be able to do it with everybody more often. So with that, I feel like with this Facebook Live, these virtual classes, I feel like that's a complete possibility. And for me, it's such a gift, I just love it. So I'm just playing with that curve of the egg. An egg, for sure, is a perfect. Pulling some of the aqua from there. Oh, very cool, Jan. What a treasure trove. What a treasure trove. Let's see. So I just want to slowly build the shading in these little fragments. Damp brush. So I recently discovered, if you know me, I love me some Law and Order. Oh my gosh, I love Law and Order. And Jeff will say all the time, did you already see that? Is this one you... I found Law and Order UK. So you know what? Can I just tell you the loveliness that is my life now? I just draw to Law and Order UK now. I love it so much. So I feel like I think I might want to, on these pieces that have kind of areas that I'm building dimension with color in the corners. Well, here's the thing, Judy. You can join these paint parties anytime you want, right? You can access them through my Corbiere-Scott Designs page and watch them anytime you want. I'm working really hard on trying to label them so that you know at least what art printable we're working on. Sometimes I try really hard to put the technique, if there's a special technique that we're playing with. I feel like that is just deepening it, don't you? It's so pretty. So pretty. This color is lovely. And it's so relaxing, I'm telling you. So if you have suggestions of sentiments that you would like me to include, or what craft store, Jan? I know. I do. Like, seriously, I watch things on the neat. Yes, that's so funny. I just started drawing a bunch of citrus fruit inspired by Lucinda's lemons. Oh, very Nina, the Paper Valley. I have been there. I have been there. I've not been to your friend's store, but I have been to Paper Valley. Yeah, someone just asked me to draw artichokes and cherries. And please send me any suggestions you have. I would love that. I would love it. That's for sure. Berries. Ooh. What are your favorite berries? Mine are raspberries. Like, so crazy. I love raspberries so much. Although I did just get some nice strawberries the other day at Costco, of all places. They don't have bad fruit. Although, I will tell you, I got some of the most sour blueberries I've ever eaten at Costco. And my friend Tessa was over, and I was bemoaning the fact that I had these terrible sour, because I'm not really a sour person. And she was like, I love sour blueberries. So I just immediately put them in a Ziploc bag and gave them to her. Because there's nothing grosser to me than sour. Like, I'm just not a... I mean, I like lemony things, but like any of that, whoops. You know, like sour candies and ugh. It's never tempting to me. That's for sure. Oh, I'm really liking this. You know what I don't love? Blackberries. Because you know why? They're almost always sour. And I don't care how much sugar you put on them, they're always sour. Not my jam. No pun intended, jam. Oh, grapes. Ooh, that might be kind of fun. Would be fun to paint all of those orbs, wouldn't it? I think that would be lovely. Hey Gina, how are you? So I am just, you know, it's so crazy when I start to paint. I don't know if this happens for all of you, but I just start to kind of daydream about whatever. I think I do like saying the word orbs. Because I did say it. When did I say it? The other day. We were doing something. I don't remember. But anyway, it is a fun word. That's so funny. You know what, Judy? I did a set of stamps for Adorn It that was all about fruits of the spirit. It was maybe 2 years ago, which is crazy because it feels like just yesterday, but I think it was 2 years ago. So I could bring some of that artwork out again. It was fun. It was fun to draw. Most things are pretty fun to draw. This is kind of looking a little bit marbly. Is anybody painting along with me? These, I'm telling you, I really like these paints. You know what? She's an artist, and so when an artist and she's her own girl. Do you know what I mean? She's not under a company name, so I'm sure she did lots of testing and you can tell that an artist, because they have the qualities that you want as an artist. She also has these cool, I think I might have told you, she has these cool puzzles. I believe so, Judy, on their website, on the Adorn It website. You know what, I haven't checked there in a long time, but I have been thinking about doing a Bible journaling traceable of Fruit of the Spirit, just because it's fun to draw. Are you? Well, mine just came down and is clicking and clacking around my leg. Aren't you, Sophie? Jeff just ran to the post office, so I'm sure she's like, oh, what am I going to do? Jeff's gone. She will sit at the door and cry until he comes home. It's the craziest thing. She's a silly dog. What kind of doggy do you have, Judy? Ours are mutts, like us. We are a little bit of a lot of things, and so are they. But they are so dear to us. We just adore them. They go upstairs to work with Jeff every day. It's the funniest thing. Like, they know their routine. And then about mid-morning, they come down. Jeff has a snack, and they go out for a little potty break. Then they go back to work. And by work, I mean they just sleep under his desk. So funny. So I'm wondering, what do you guys think? I wonder if I just did a Facebook Live, like not a scheduled Facebook Live, if I just kind of did a Facebook Live, I wonder if you would get notification of that. Probably, I would think. Yeah, they might have sold out. That was a while ago. But I will create something. Judy, with Fruit of the Spirits. Not spirits. Yikes. Spirit. So I'm going to do this again, and this time I'm going to let it dry a little longer, see what happens. But like I said, if you you know what? I think nothing's wrong with you, Janice. I think you just got to slow your brain, and it takes a little practice. That's for sure. To just slow. I think and also remember that I think that Van Gogh said, all good things take time. So just take your time. And remember that it's an exercise more than the result, you know? Just really, and I like to do things like in stages. So you see that I started all 4 pieces. I like to cut apart the our printable and then start all those pieces and then set it aside and then work on another one. Do you know what I mean? So you're always creating. Maybe just challenge yourself to take your time a little bit on one thing. Do you know what I mean? On one thing. To just, yes, thank you so much, Keely, for checking. Just take your time. Okay, so let's go back to work on this purple lovely. So remember, we're going to break the fibers in there by running our finger. Can you see what I'm doing? Let's see. Running our finger underneath, rolling it back and forth this way, rolling it back and forth this way, and then doing that, run our finger under, and then we can do the same thing on the top side. Run our finger along, and that's gonna break up those fibers. And breaking fibers, so especially watercolor paper is made of fibers, and if we break the fibers, then it kind of cooperates. It's kind of like breaking a horse, I guess. We kind of want to bend it to our will, right? So absolutely, Keely, absolutely. Yes, so and that's another thing, Janice. Don't feel like you need to like start it and finish it in one sitting. I will come back. I will leave these on my table and come back, much to Jeff's dismay. Whatever. I will let it sit and then go and vacuum the carpet or draw for a while or whatever the thing is, right? And then I'll come back and I'll see it with fresh eyes. Try that. That, I think, makes a huge difference too. So I'm going to come in with some more of this purple, pull some more down here, adding water, because I want a nice watery wash of color. And then I'm going to come in and deepen these little loop-de-loops. and see what I can create. I try to not have too big of a big idea in my head. Do you know what I mean? I want it to try and kind of organically take shape, especially with something like this. I just know I want some nice contrast, right, between the deep purple or the washy base and the deepened areas. Oh, here we go. Maybe right here. Maybe right there. Right there. Right here. Right here. Oh. Well, and don't you find, I find, especially Keels, when I walk away and I come back, oh my gosh, I see it totally differently. I think because when you're painting, when you're so intent on whatever you're painting, you're just like hyper focused on whatever the part that you're kind of hyper focused on. But when you walk away and you come back with fresh eyes, you'll see the whole. And I think when you see the whole, then you'll start to see like, oh, maybe if I just darken this or lighten that, right? I think that makes a huge difference too. I think I might want to, here comes Solomon. Anybody hear him? Crazy doggy. I want to deepen the, all right, Solomon, give me 1 second. Deepen the edges because I remember I want it to look rounded. I want some contour. Just a sec, I gotta put them out. All right, come on, guys. Okay. 10 minutes? Honest to Pete, how did that happen so fast? It always does, doesn't it? Sophie. Solomon and Sophie. What's your doggie's name, Judy? And how many do you have? Bewley. Hey Diana, how are you? How is sunny Florida this morning? Is it morning there? We're 3 hours different now, aren't we? Ugh. I hate when we're 3 hours different. Oh, that's cool, Judy. Irish black tea. I love that. I love that idea. It's funny how doggies get their names, isn't it? I think it's funny. Solomon and all of our dogs have old Jewish names because my husband is Jewish. And we just kind of started that a long time ago. We started out with a Nathan, then we had a Stella, and then we had a Max. And now we have a Sophie and a Solomon. Oh, look at that perfect blend. So pretty. Don't you just love when something kind of has, when something kind of comes together like you saw it in your mind's eye? that's pretty. Oh, congratulations, Diana. That's so cool. What part of Florida are you in? Because Laura is in Florida too. Diana has the most adorable 2 little girls. She does, she does. I just can't believe how old and grown up Miss Maddie is. And that sweet baby. Oh, I love that this is just really starting, this is taking shape. Lovely. And that it's really, oh my gosh, that's so funny, Jamie. Skittles, Reese's, and a Hershey. That's so funny. And we kind of always give our animals, I bet. That's got to be misery. To be without your craft supplies. Oh, I can't imagine it. It is our saving grace, don't you think? The whole being able to create, I think, has it makes a big difference, I think, in my mental health. I can't imagine, but you know me, I'd draw on a napkin if that's all I had. I don't care. I've drawn on air sickness bags and airplanes. I've drawn, seriously, it doesn't, I will just draw on whatever. That's for sure. A lot of backs of envelopes in my purse. Oh, you guys, I'm loving this. Lauren colored this. So I was telling them, it's so crazy to me to see how people create with what I create. Do you know what I mean? Lauren created with this egg the craziest combination of colors, and it is so beautiful. I can't wait for her to post her card. It's so pretty. It's bright, like bright yellow and bright hot pink. So pretty. Just follow that curve. Look how pretty that is. I'm loving it. Lots of cool depth. Well, I hope that everyone will download Aunt Linda and create with her today. And then we will revisit her again on Thursday. And who knows what else we'll do. Be thinking about sentiments that you might want on a printable that you can either cut straight with a paper trimmer or use sentence strip dies. That's kind of my vision for it. I adore you all. I'm so grateful that you come and paint with me. Just hang out and we can just blab, talk about whatever. I love it. It's so pretty. How am I doing on time? Holy smokes. I seriously have like 3 seconds left. How did that happen? Thank you all so much. I can't, look at me, I can't stop. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart. I am already thinking about what we're going to do on Thursday, which will be fun, fun, fun. So paint away today. Find a moment to just escape and relax and paint with abandon. I adore you all. Thank you so, so much. See you Thursday. Bye.